stick game. We talked about that yesterday. When you find out about your team today?
That we're a very good team. And I mean that in the most sincere sense. We're a very good team when we play together. I thought we did some one-on-one stuff that didn't work today. That's a great atmosphere. They deserve King Rice, and I know that Ken Taylor's helping them, and Ken's a good guy who was at the MAC and everything. In other words, it's good when you hire somebody like Ken Taylor. He's seen programs at the MAC succeed. That's as good an atmosphere as you're going to find in mid-major. And I'm not saying that like in a bad way. Like 4,000 is the right number. I'm glad we get 8,000. Don't get me wrong. At times, like this is the right number for down here. This is as good as it's going to get. I don't think you have to build a new arena yet. But this is like a nice atmosphere, and that's a tough place to play. I've been to college at Charleston. They got a little arena. Bucknell is pretty good, like the same size, but it wasn't. But that was like as tough a place to play. And I think that we showed a lot of heart by coming back. But then I just told my guys, it's just the last 4 minutes summed it up. When we do a little one-on-one, we're not so good. They're better at that. Sometimes you get caught up into what your opponent does. They do it a little better. They made some shots, but we're a really good team. We're not that good individually, and I think some of that showed. I see 6 turnovers, 5 turnovers. I see 21 turnovers. Don't elect me president because my message was be tough with the ball and we'll be okay. So my speech didn't work as a candidate for the head coaching job. In other words, I was like, be tough with the ball, value the possessions, and we'll be okay. We ended up with 21 turnovers. We can't do that. We're not that good individually to do it. But we're a pretty good team. We went one-on-one on this road trip. At Quinnipiac and at Monmouth, you find somebody that goes 2-0, you let me know.
Is depth a big factor when you play them, Jimmy, particularly when you have Marquise out?
It would help if I had Marquise. That's the game. A, you need Marquise because he matches up well with them. B, he's Marquise can handle like tough situations. Like in other words, you're down 7 or you're down there, or he can D his guy up a little better. We're getting marginal play right now from our point guard position, but he's a freshman going against the best player in the league. In other words, that's what not being a team. Good job, King. See you guys. Should have stayed home in upstate New York. You would have if I got the job earlier. See you. So, thanks. But like we just, there's Justin Robinson. Kenny Wormley versus Justin Robinson. We're not ready for that yet. We're learning. Kenny's a good kid. He's going to try. Justin Robinson's the best player in the league. So we lose that matchup. It's just, you know what I mean? I thought maybe he'd do, but I saw how good Justin was. But we have a chance to play him again, which is great.
And yet you were hanging around at halftime, then they go on that run in the second half led by Deion Jones. It seemed like they were trying to go to him.
Yeah, well, Brett's got to guard him. He's the best rebounder at his position, and Brett and him are the two premier. In other words, you have to make your matchups work sometimes. Our best player has to play their best player. They won today. We get to play him again. I'm looking forward to when we play him again. But we were in there. There was no yelling. We were 1-1 on the road trip. It's fine. I don't. Once in a while, we get in this little "woe is me," feel sorry for ourselves thing, and we're not good enough to do that. We have to stay together. We got to stay really positive. I was really positive. There was a few plays that could have gone either way, but they were tougher than us today. You can write that. Monmouth out-toughed us today, and that's okay because we're learning from it. We better worry about Ryder on Thursday because they just won 2 in a row.